Here's how to fix some cheap but not inexpensive plastic Porsche parts. Yet another piece of plastic underneath of here that is rattling. Well, that came off easy. But it clips into these two, and up here, this one would kind of go in first. Like this, and then pop it in to each one. All right, this thing is a little bit stuck in place, so I'm gonna pry at it a little bit. There we go. These things require some pretty hard prying to unsnap. Ooh, that makes me uncomfortable. There you can see the clip. It is a metal clip. Fortunately, it's not cheap plastic. That needs to snap back in there, but I'm going to have to do something to keep it from coming loose and rattling again. Alright, so we all know there's very little that a piece of duct tape can't fix. So I'm going to have to turn off the video and see if I can cram that in there. Alright, I was able to pop that in there with the duct tape, and it does not move around. Although the tape sort of got wrapped around the axle a little bit. In order to get this clip back on, I had to pry out one more. There's two clips that head back towards the back window. So that's in there. This thing is not moving around, and now I can snap it all back together. So the speed nut, or the screw clip, or whatever you want to call it, like this, fell out of this thing down back behind this, and is probably somewhere down in here somewhere. So rather than go trying to fish that out, which I already tried to do, I'm just replacing it with one of these that I bought at the auto parts store for a couple of bucks. I bought an assortment of them, and this should just work. So I dropped the new one, and then heard it clinking around down there. Got out my magnet, pulled out some trim pieces down here, and was able to find the new one. And then I found the old one hung up back in right on the back side of this piece here. So I'm using the original one back in here. Now, here's the headliner. You can hear it's not rattling around anymore. So, seems to be fixed. It's going back together now. This cowl isn't really in terrible condition. It's turned a little light colored from sun exposure. But the real problem with this is that the hold downs here have broken. The plastic, the cheap plastic, has broken off of there. Which, let's see, how does this go in there? Probably like that. So anyway, I need to replace either the whole cowl, or I'm going to, actually what I'm going to try is a piece of sheet metal that wraps around over and screws in here and screws in over here and covers this. I'll drill a hole, and then it should be able to hold it by being clamped on the sides, and then a sheet metal piece across the top. Here's yet another example of cheap plastic that broke for no good reason. I ended up replacing with a piece of metal and putting that in with the sheet metal screw. So that would go in here, and then this thing just snaps in like this, and now it works properly. I can reach in from behind and snap it, and it works. The old one, when I went to pull it out once, it broke in half. That little V shape that I replaced with the metal. The front chin spoiler is an example of good plastic engineering by Porsche. This sacrificial piece is easy to scrape up on curbs, driveways, small animals, whatever. And it's easy to replace and easy to buy for about $100 for an aftermarket piece. The factory piece is a little bit more, but there's no point in buying the factory piece when you can get one for $100 and it looks great.